Hi friends, viewers, subscribers, enemies, whoever you are. If you come in peace today, you are indeed welcome. Okay, many of you will already know that there was a supposed mistake, an oopsie as we call it here in South Africa, and all Scobie's books were withdrawn in the Netherlands. Because whereas the English version does not name the royal racist, the Dutch version does. And boy oh boy does it name him. None other than Charles, King Charles, the guy who wears the crown. Now look, I'm not King Charles or Charlie Boy's biggest fan. I am not even extremely respectful when I talk about him. But I have known Charles, known about him, saw pictures of him in numerous magazines and movie shorts before I could even read or write. And I read about him since the very day I could do so. Now, there are a lot of negative things that I could and I do, and I have said about the now King Charles III. I mean, I do not think he was a good husband to his first wife. I do not think he was a brilliant father. I do not like his politics. I do not like his spoiled, stubborn attitude. The list is indeed long, but one thing I will never, ever say, because I cannot say it, is that he is a racist. If King Charles is racist, then the Pope is a woman and Chuck Norris a donkey. As a matter of fact, I remember a time here in South Africa pre-1994, where Charles was definitely not popular and branded a bloody liberal, and other things which I cannot repeat here on YouTube. Anyway, he was branded that because of the fact that he seemed to like the company of people of color. More than that, I would rather not say. But who did Prince Charles invite to perform at his 30th birthday bash? The 3 Degrees. And for many years it was said that he was absolutely besotted with the lead singer Sheila Ferguson. However, it is common knowledge that although they both married other people, they remained good friends. And Sheila even became an ambassador for the Prince's Trust. Prince Charles, before he became king, travelled the world, and not once did he back off or back away because the people he dealt with were of colour. Actually, if there was any criticism, it was for the exact opposite. He became too involved, too up close and personal for the liking of the old world style aides and minders, etc. For instance, as you can see, he liked dancing the samba in Brazil, for instance. Now look, I am not going to pull out every photograph of King Charles holding hands with or dancing with or hugging a black person. I'm not going to lower myself to Scobie's idiotic pettiness. This lady does not believe in protesting too much, because anyone here older than, say, 20 know that King Charles III is not racist. Did, amid rotten scabies and his mistress, Meghan Evil Maleficent Markle, forget about the likes of Idris Elba, David Kilobo, And musicians like Naughty Boy and Guy Garvey? Huh? Did they? I mean, why not go ask Idris Elba how and why he became Goodwill Ambassador to the Prince's Trust, and ask him where he think he would have been had it not been for the Prince's Trust and the then Prince Charles. In the words of Elba, the Prince's Trust gave me my start and career. Just between you and me, I think it is time the likes of Elba and Naughty Boy stand up and speak out. This is nonsense, utter rubbish, and something amid rotten scabies should not get away with. And neither should Harry and Meghan, because already, just reading the few pages I received so far, there is more than enough evidence that Harry and Meghan somehow had a hand in it. But we'll talk about that in another video. The other royal racist named in the book is, of course, Princess Michael of Kent. But not only because she wore a blackamoor brooch, but also because allegedly in March 2021, I think, during a meeting in Kensington Palace, Princess Michael was gossiping about Meghan and allegedly said Meghan's made it all about race, because that is all everyone does these days. Apparently, the 78-year-old princess made this remark after the Oprah interview aired and in terms of the Oprah interview. Well, in terms of the Oprah interview, she wasn't far wrong, was she? The issue after all of this is, how did the name of the supposed royal racist accidentally appear in a translation in a Dutch book if the name was not in the original English version? Take into consideration that Harry's book was accidentally released early in Spain. 2 books, same subject, and from the same camp. And you want to tell me, oh, it's all accidental? Really? I think not. If it looks bad and it smells bad, it usually is bad. You know, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, and all those things. In my opinion, this is a full-on open attack on the British monarchy. So, my question is exactly the same as in most of my previous videos. What is the king going to do about it? I am repeating what I said in my previous video and in many before that. It is the king's duty to protect himself, protect his family, protect his country, and to protect its citizens. There's only one way to do it at this point, and that is to sever all ties between the monarchy, the crown, the firm, and Harry, his wife, his children, their friends and servants. The king needs to know that we are all fed up. We are sick of this. We are sick of a nation being led around by the nose by the likes of a soft porn actress and a mentally deficient, drug-addicted boy. It has nothing to do with race. So the king's excuse and the sword Meghan thinks she is holding over the royal family's head is nothing more than piss in the wind. Get it done, or I think the people will do it for the king. And that, my dears, will not look pretty or good for the king. As for Scobie, have you heard of the term cancel before? Cancel him, sir. The king has the power to ensure that Scobie never finds work in the United Kingdom again, do it. And for good measure, let someone sue him. Give someone the money and support to sue his fish-smelling tush all the way to Timbuktu. And again, don't worry about race. His daddy is white, Scottish, and his mommy is white, Iranian. And the little shit is dyeing his hair. At 42, he can't be all black anymore. There should be a few grey in between. So don't worry about it. Just cancel the little shit. Now I'm going to make a prediction here. Scobie's book was indeed the last straw. We previously said it's gloves off, but it wasn't really, or it wasn't quite, was it? The royal family stepped back, their friends kept quiet, and eventually we moved on from the one heap of shit to the next. But I think this time we, the public, have reached a point of no return. We are treated like we are stupid, with Meghan and Harry saying they did not cooperate with this book. Do they think we are daft? Do they think we don't know that Omid was close to bestie Marcus Anderson at one time? That Omid hobnobs with the likes of Buddy Edward Enninful? And who knows who else? In whose private jet, for instance, did he fly not so long ago? You know, the picture he posted on his Instagram so proudly when people asked him whose private jet it was, he suddenly removed the photograph. But we would still like to know whose private jet it was and who was in the jet with him. Could it have been Meghan and Harry, or Meghan and Marcus, or, we're just asking. I'm sure that this time Meghan made sure there is no employee who can or will betray her by telling the truth. So who knows, maybe she's telling Marcus stuff and Marcus is telling Omid, or maybe she's just cutting out the middleman and did it all herself. But as sure as I'm sitting here, I can hear her voice, and to an extent, Harry's voice, in the narrative of this book. Anyway, guys, I think because we have reached a point where we are so tired of all the vitriol coming from the Harkles, I think it may now finally be all gloves off. All we need now is for those NDAs concerning the bullying incidents to be cancelled or null and voided. Maybe one of Meghan's porn videos to be released or whatever. And then the two of them will be completely and utterly done. Wiped out, no future in Hollywood at all. And you know what? I have a feeling that is exactly the territory we are busy moving into right now. Okay, guys, that is it. I want to see whether I can do a bit of sanding on that desk today. Yesterday I ran out of time, so let's see. Maybe I can do so today. I'll take some before and after photographs, and if it comes out nicely, I will show you. If it's a disaster, I will just have to start all over again. Anyway, I'll see you as soon as I can, because there is indeed still a heck of a lot of things I would like to talk to you about. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.